Hi, my fellow people. Happy to see you. Happy to feel you. Yesterday, I did my first chapter, part of my first chapter of my YouTube channel. And today, I'm going to the education part. I talked about how we changed the era, information changed. Now I'm going to teach you some stuff about yourself, who you are, and what you made up, and what is the reason you came. And I'm just going to show you to how you can take yourself in the place you're supposed to be. Now, first I'm going to talk about mind. You know, if we want to change ourselves, what we going to do? I want to change, for example, my lifestyle. I want to change the way is my lifestyle is elevate to a better place. I have to know how can I do that. You know, it's not easy. In my old chapter, I was talking about it. Change. But it's not easy. Where should you go change? The talking is so easy. Okay, I want to change. Now, in this chapter, I'm going to show you how you can change and go to the level you want to be in your life. Now, the place you have to be, it's you have to change. I'm gonna start with that place, give you some explanation about that, and then you get information if you want to change yourself, where and how you can change in that place. The science says mind is the place we have to change our stuff, to be a new person, reset our life, elevate ourselves. Okay, what is the mind? Always when somebody says mind, always we think about brain, we think about up here. I'm going to start from mind. I want you to know who you are. And I want you to know with the new science, what really you are. In the old science, the description of human or person was different. Now the new science is different. Okay, now I'm going to this part. I'm gonna show you. Gonna go closer. Okay, the important part of this is a mind. Mind. You have to know this is the place you have to change. Now the thing is, what is the mind? Okay, mind is not brain. Don't make a mistake, mind with the brain. Brain, and you are not your brain. Mind and brain is a different. Okay, mind is something, it's an energy. It's like software. But the brain, this is a brain, is a physical structure. You can touch the brain. That means it's a physical structure. But the mind, you cannot touch the mind. It's something, is a software. Something, it comes to us and Brain is a processor. We call brain processor. Processes the thing. Now, mind is not your brain. You are not your brain. Mind is separate from the brain. Brain responds to the mind. Brain does not produce the mind. They are totally different. And mind changes the brain. It's very important. This is the place you have to understand. Mind changes the brain. That's very important. Brain doesn't do it for us. Brain doesn't make us to do something. Remember that. Brain, it's not. Now, our brain does not force us to do the thing. People maybe they think, okay, my brain did this to me. No, brain doesn't do it. Brain just a processor and waits to how the mind is an energy comes to the brain and creates something. Brain recognizes that. It comes to the physical structure. It's inside of the mind. There's something comes as a structure. Brain recognizes that and then processes that. And one more thing, experience cannot be reduced to the brain's action. Brain action doesn't move the experiences from this to that. It's totally different. It's just a unit. Brain is a unit. Very important. And as I told you, mind is the energy and generates energy. And what is this mind is? How the mind comes alive. Mind comes alive. But how the mind comes alive? Now I'm going to tell you. We are generate energy through our mind in action 24/7. But what is the generate energy of mind is through the thinking, feeling, and choosing. Now, the mind is an energy and it generates energy through thinking. This mind is a software. It's their work with this processor, the brain. The mind, when we think, we create the feeling. The feeling, after creation of the coming up the feeling, through the thinking comes action or choosing. Mind, it's comes from thinking, and from thinking comes feeling. And from feeling come choosing. It's all about this. All about this creates human. creates reality for you, human. That is the basic of humanity. Now, sometimes we think, okay, thinking creates feeling, creates choosing. We think, then what happens? I think something like, for example, a car. I don't have that car, but I thought about that car. What happens? Because I don't have it, I'm not owning. This not owning of that thinking creates feeling. And from that feeling, after, because I don't own that, I don't have that moment, comes a choosing. This is how the life works. And this is what we are battling. Now, and then I'm gonna say some stuff about the I'm gonna go to the somewhere you can understand that easily. This is a part of the very good stuff. I want you to understand. I'm gonna read this. The mind is a stream of non-consciousness and consciousness activity. Okay? When we are awake and a stream of non-consciousness activity, when we are asleep, when we are awake, we have a conscious activity. And when the same time we have a non-consciousness activity, 24/7 non-conscious activity. Now I want to explain to you, we have a conscious mind, non-conscious mind, subconscious mind connects the non-conscious mind to the conscious mind. And we have unconscious mind. That's the place, they call it, the place, when you cannot understand yourself. Like you go into surgery, they put you in a sleep. That's the unconsciousness. Now, you have a unique way you think. Each of us, we have a unique way to think, feel, and choose, which is our identity. As my identity different with somebody else's, because the way I think, the way I, after thinking, creates the feeling. And when you thinking, feeling, and choosing are off for some reason, this will affect your identity. When you think, feel, and choose, you create. And this creation is a thought. Okay, now I'm coming to this part. As I told you, what the mind is, how become a structure by creating a thought. Thought is the important thing. Is we are having this discussion. Everything changes with this. Now, through the everything happened, what happens when we generate this mind energy, which a physical structure, we generate the mind energy. By thinking, feeling, and choosing, we build the thoughts. Now the thoughts comes alive, which physical structure in our brain. Our brain is a physical structure. Mind, through this energy, creates a thought. Thought goes to the brain. And here comes our conscious. Our conscious mind, we call that the conscious, the one we are awake. We understand, we see, this is the conscious, is the one we are in the reality. It's art reality for us. It's our simulation. That's what's happening. That's how we create this reality. But no one knows. This reality we create is a matter. It's the objects we see around us. No one knows. The first is the object comes or the thinking comes first. And then the reality comes. No one knows those stuff yet. Now, I'm gonna tell you something is very important. Remember, what does the brain have to do with all of this? The brain is an extremely complex neuroplastic responder. Creation of the building of the thoughts is called neuroplasticity. When you hear that neuroplasticity, that means the thought comes alive. In our life, there is a creator and there is a creation. All of us, we are creation. The creator is we call God. Now, the only thing we create as a human, all we are creation. We change the form. When I'm making something at work, it's changing the form. I'm not creating. I'm not creator. I don't have power of the create. The only thing we create like creator, it's thought, thinking. Now, the brain is an extremely complex neuroplastic responder. Brain is a responder. Brain is a computer. It's not the software. Brain by itself is nothing. If there is no mind, there's no thought. Brain is not going to do anything. Brain and heart, they are units. For working a heart, we need the feelings. For working a brain, we need a mind. It's so important. You have to think about this stuff. If you want to change your life, you have to do it. And I'm going to go next. I'm going to talk about this a little bit. And then I'm going to tell you something. And then we go to the next part of my chapter. Because I want you to know what's really happening in up here. Now, this part is this essentially means that each time it's stimulated by your brain, it responds in many different ways. Brain responds in different ways, including neurochemical, genetic, and electromagnetic changes. What the brain does. Brain comes to life, this thought as a structure. But brain does stuff. What does this stuff is different ways. Neurochemical, genetic, and electromagnetic changes. Works with those. This in turn grows and changes the structure in the brain. building or wiring a new physical thoughts. The brain is never the same because it changes with every experience you have, every moment of the everyday. And you control this with your unique thinking. Look where I came. Thinking, it's everything. Thinking, it's human. And thinking brings you this reality, the one you see every day. Creates your lifestyle. Just the thinking. Whatever you want to do, changing your life, you can change with the way you think. That's it. That's the mystery we are looking for it. That's the mystery. We have to change our thinking to change our life. That's it. And I want to tell you something. I'm going to go to the next one. I'm going to download right away because I want you guys understand the life. What is inside happening to you? If you know that, you're able to change this reality. Escalate your reality to the true reality. Each of us, because unique thinking, we have our own reality. But is this the reality each of us we have? Is it true reality, or what is our purpose to do in this life? Life is a mystery. One thing we have to solve this mystery is change our reality, the world we see with our unique thinking, to the true reality. That's our purpose. That's what accomplishes us in this world. And I'm going to teach you. After I'm going to go through the everything. What is the thought? What is inside of the thoughts? The thinking. What is attached to these thoughts? And where you can change yourself. These are important. And then I'm going to go through to every other thing because all connected. At the end, when I feel you guys understand, you guys changed your life. You're going to be able to change. Now, one more thing. I have a Patreon account. I'm going to put my Patreon account address. You can go there. If you want to be one by one, talk to me. You can go by that information I'm going to put right now in my YouTube. You can one by one, you can talk to me and you can discuss your problem. I can give you so much information about the life you. This is just the normal thing I'm talking to tell you what is really happening. But I'm able to tell you how you can change your life. Go to my Patreon account. I'm gonna put that account, and then there's so many choices. You pay like monthly pay, and there is one is good. You get so much thing you can learn from me, and you pay that amount. You can talk to me one by one, and that's the important part of you can learn more, because right now I'm just giving you a little information, and I hope you guys liked it, and I'm gonna download my next one. You guys have a great afternoon.